All right, so I mean, here we are. Wonderful day, chilling out. Even wearing a tank top because it's kind of warm, unseasonably warm for October. Don't even get me started on like how much I hate the fact that it's like 25 degrees in the UK in October. Like, I come from a cold country. It should be cold. It's very frustrating. For those of you who don't realize or remember, we are basically doing a revisitation of our thing. This is kind of like I'm just kicking it off this week, so we're just going to do half an hour. I'm just testing settings and stuff. I know we really started this 2 or 3 weeks ago, but then I had to go to America for work pretty much straight away, and then didn't really have time to get the stream going back because I had the flu when I was coming home, so I really had to write off that Wednesday. And we hadn't really got up to full speed, so I'm tempted to resurrect these two, but I might like leave it for a bit. But we're going to start, so we're just going to do half an hour today. We're going to do 9:30 to 8. Next week we'll do 7 to 8. And that's really going to be it. It's going to be an hour of Blitz every Monday, which will give me content and will also give you guys something to watch on your Monday evenings / afternoons. So, yeah. So this is basically the list. This is every Blitz hero in the game. The only ones I'm debating are places like Breathant, where the Blitz heroes, they're legal, but they don't really work, right? So I'm kind of debating whether or not we do those. But otherwise, we've got every Blitz hero in the game. And they basically have one life. So they win as many games as they can. And when they lose, they go away, right? I consider doing more than one life because I know that what game you get in Blitz, like, it can be very dependent on who your opponent is. But realistically, you know, one life is what we've got because there's 50 heroes on this list. 41 heroes on this list, and if I gave each of them 3 lives, I would be here for quite a while. So we're giving them all one life. We're going to see who gets the furthest, and at the end, that hero will get a medal or something, right? I don't know what they'll get. They'll probably get a winner's badge or something, and then we'll do this again, and we'll see who takes the crown next year, probably, and that will kind of be a bit of content, right? So that is our main goal. And I think this is going to be kind of fun. One of the reasons that I wanted to do it is going to be kind of fun. This is assuming I can find an opponent, right? I mean, I'm assuming they're out there. We'll do this again, and we'll see who takes the crown. Oh, in the meantime, I mean, we should find an opponent soon, right? This is definitely Blitz. There are loads of people playing Blitz. Maybe I have to do request undo Blitz. Let's try that. I don't mind playing request undo. I don't really need undos that often. Sometimes Death Dealer kind of throws me the bows because you have to pitch for the bow before you do anything else. Why don't we just see if there's actually a game before I oh, that is a Patreon page. Why don't we just see if there's a game before I just run around. Okay, there's a Bolton here. Let's play against Bolton. That should be fine. Join game. Would I like to go first or second? I would like to go second, please. Let's just take out some of these cards that don't block. Do I think he's going to try and fatigue me? He might, but I should be able to get through. Yeah, let's do it that way. All right, Bolton. Bolton with Dustblade. So no shield. No armor on Braces of Belief. That's a bit interesting. Well. There we go. Express Lightning. When my hand does not block very well. I like it. Yeah, I mean, let's just block with whatever, right? We'll draw up again. Can't really afford to have him hitting. The only thing is, if I block with those, maybe I just block with these, and then he can't get go again. Then again, not having my Not the Death Whistle is a bit sad. Any halos just to get another card in Soul. This is good Bolton play, actually. This is good Bolton play. So what we're going to do here, I think, is pretty clear. We do take aim, reload this, shoot off the bolt and shot for a nice healthy 7. And then, I mean, he's not got that much armor to speak of, so we might just do Skullbone Cross Wraps into either this or something else. I mean, if he uses 2 charges of this on one turn, I don't really mind. That actually is kind of a bait that I wouldn't mind him to do that. Choose a card to reload. I mean, reload Rich Rider Shot. Sure, I mean, that's free now. Do we see if there's anything worth Azalea Ring? Take aim. That can stay on the top. That's fine. And then we just fire Ridge Rider Shot. I guess I probably shouldn't have reloaded. I probably should have just used Death Dealer. Because I don't really want this in Arsenal. We'll see. We'll see. There's lots of these things I can do with a card in Arsenal, like opt and then go. Like, yeah, give me your equipment. This doesn't have an on-hit effect, so like I'm super cool with this. It doesn't have an on-hit effect. Anyway, the last few weeks have just been so tiring, right? You know, I was in New York. I was there for like 6 days for work, and absolute worst weather even imaginable, right? It was drizzling rain permanently, and like when I say permanently, I mean like we're talking like heavy rain. To the extent, and New York is like a very walking city. I've been there once or twice. Like, you do generally just need to walk to get around, and you know, it's straight roads. It's great for walking. It's very hard to get lost. It's very easy to walk along, and like if you spend enough time walking, you can really see like a lot of sights. You know, like, you know, walking from Times Square to Central Park up to the museum and the Met, or the MoMA, or like the Guggenheim. You know, all of those places, like, that is a good walk. It's a good hour's walk, but it's a really nice view, and you get the park and the city. It was just drizzling rain. The second you stepped outside, even with an umbrella, you were just like, damp. And then it just kind of continued on, right? It just continued on, and you're kind of just sitting there being like, why am I still here? You know, the existential crises, why am I still here? And also the, I really don't want to do this, but I'm supposed to be on holiday, crises, which, you know, just makes things worse and worse. Why does this guy want to chat? I don't tend to chat. Normally, if you like people asking to chat, they're just like, "Oh, please play faster." So I don't tend to enable chat, right? You know. It's just how it is. I mean, what is this guy? What is he doing? Is he just leaving? I don't know what he wants. Has he just gone AFK? Yeah, so anyway, I was in New York. I was at this telecoms conference. It's what I do for work, which is always such a pain, but it's kind of fun. I wouldn't be working at the job if I didn't find telecoms fun, because I am a nerd. And that was fine. The problem was that the day the conference ended was the day the weather got really good. So there I am. I went 2 days early to do some sightseeing. I had a whole weekend of sightseeing set up. And then first my plane was delayed, and customs took 3 hours. And then we moved into this thing where I was like, well, will the weather get better before I go to work? and it did not. So we're kind of in a pretty grim situation where we're just sort of staring at the clouds hoping they get better, really, is the only way to put it. It was like so depressing. And you know, but in general, I thought New York was amazing. So the main thing I did while I was there, just because of the weather, was just eat, right? As fun as that sounds, I basically just ate. So I went to Ichiran, which is like ramen, on the first day. And Ichiran's amazing because it's basically solo dining, and I was traveling by myself because my colleagues weren't there yet. And if you're there by yourself, you actually get to skip most of the queue, because the queue is really for people who want like 2 and 3 person tables, because Ichiran is actually more focused on like solo dining experiences. And what that means is that like there's a booth that you go into with like walls on either side, and there's a hatch at the front, and you like circle the things you want and then push a button, and when someone comes and takes the sheet away from you, brings you your food, and then if you want anything else, there's another sheet, and you push the button, you give them the sheet, and then you come back. So like it's kind of like self-service. That's he's saying he's new to this. Okay, I mean that's fine. I don't really mind. As with all these things, I thought I had a block on that color, right? There is to be no thoughts or mentions about the people I'm playing. You know, each of them has the right to who they are. I tend to color. No, he's just saying he didn't know how to charge Soulbound Resolve. I tend to block out their names. I don't think people should see who it is. But I think I'll go test on the bot after you destroy me. Oh, that's sad, man. Yeah, you can just keep playing on Talishar. It's like super chill, right? He doesn't need to go and play with the bot. Like, I mean, come on. You can just keep playing random people. It doesn't matter, you know. Also, like, Bolton, I don't know, he's a combo deck. He shouldn't be playing Braces of Belief. He should be playing, I don't know, I think in Do Azalea he should be playing Lumina combo. Maybe he doesn't get there in Blitz anymore. Maybe he doesn't get there in Blitz anymore. Maybe that's why he needs to play Raiden Duskbane. It was actually kind of cool because, like, in New York, we went out for this big night out, and we were in like Grand Central Station, and someone had booked out like the atrium of Grand Central Station, but there's a wine bar for our evening dinner and drinks. So we had like 100 people in that whole area. Oh, he's very new. Just bought some Blitz decks from my LGS, so trying to learn, still reading the cards. Welcome to the game. It's a lot of fun. I did join like a random Blitz game, didn't I? I didn't join like some beginner's new player game, I hope. That would be bad manners, as they say. And it means we'll have to discount this game. That's on the top. We'll put that on the bottom. Do I just go like Ridge Rider Shot into Red in the Ledger? Oh, I should have left that on the top, actually. Because then I could draw it. Yeah. I know, I still don't feel like it's time. Maybe this is a Snapdragon's time, because otherwise I have a full hand, which doesn't really feel great. So this probably is a Snaps time, because I can Snaps and I have Spring Tunic. Ooh, interesting. I should have just Azalea'd anyway. This is what I mean when I say I don't know these heroes, but that's part of what this journey is. Part of this journey is learning these heroes. Because when I should have just Azalea'd anyway, and then I would have got the Premeditate in my arsenal, and then I could have played that, and then it played into Red in the Ledger. Interesting. Okay, well, we're going to go with this line anyway. I like this line. I might put that in arsenal. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we draw. Death Dealer... Pitch Murkmire Grapple. Oh, my throat is still a bit messed up. You can kind of hear it, right? And the burr coming out on the bottom of my notes. For I do have quite excellent diction, as my teacher always used to say. But, alas. Amplifying arrow. Yeah, I mean, we'll just pitch that, right? And then we can block with that if we need to. Or we might block with it anyway just to get it out of arsenal and out of hand. I mean, if Azalea gets a win, I'll take it. But if it's against a brand new player, maybe it doesn't count. No, then again, actually, I said the rules for this challenge. It didn't matter who the games were against. You do win some or lose some, sometimes based on who you're paired against. So, like, it is what it is, as they say. It is what it is. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. So, like, if I draw... If this is a buff, what is this? If this is a buff, infecting shot, interesting. Because I kind of wouldn't mind this amplifying arrow, but I don't think I can do that. So let's just go down and dirty. He didn't attack me. See, that's the problem. Why don't I just do this? I'll just play a slow turn. Come in for 6. Keep all these cards in my hand. I'll put this in arsenal. And then, like, next turn we'll just send this with whatever buffs we can manage, right? I mean, that'll be quite funny, I think. I just want an amplifying arrow now. I've seen the card and I'm just like, I just want to do this. Let's definitely place that in arsenal. Yeah, and then we'll just come in with amplifying arrow for like 12 or something. 12 and no D-reacts. I like it. I like those views. Ugh. God, it's still so hot. Like, what is the time? It's 7:45. It's 7:45 on the 9th of November. And the time in the UK is 20 degrees. Like, is it just me or is the world kind of broken right now? Like, what else are you supposed to think about this? I guess I don't really need Lace with Blood Rot. Oh, wait, no. It's a Lace with Blood Rot. I do want that. Yeah. Absolutely. Amplifying Arrow, I really like the art on, but, like, I could talk to you for ages about how, like, I feel that this art is all, like, this whole theme is just wasted on Briar and Rangers and how it should just be a Druid thing, but, you know, that's fun. That's fun. I am biased. I am heavily biased. That is what I am, and that is what I am. Right, let's opt. What is it? Seek and Destroy. That can stay on the top because it doesn't matter. We're going to go Release the Tension, Lace with Blood Rot, Read the Glide Path, Load with Death Dealer, pitch that, choose a card, Amplifying Arrow, play Seek and Destroy, and then come in for 18. Oh, it's just so fun sometimes when this lies up, right? Death Dealer draws a card. You draw an attack. You draw a non-attack action. You just get a casual plus 16 onto your arrow. Safe to say my new player opponent is suitably impressed with the size of this attack and will now probably become an Azalea fan. Right? Okay. Someone is just asking about sorcery. That's fine, I can talk about sorcery. The TLDR is Alpha was an investment from the Kickstarter. If you did not get in on the Kickstarter, then you have basically missed the boat, unfortunately. Do I think Beta will be an investment? No. Like, they're printing a lot more of it. I also just feel like Beta's just not, like... The game is good, but the game is not going to take off in the same way that, like, TCGs take off, right? You're not going to get there on... You're just not going to get there up to those levels of... That level of money that other TCGs get to, because it's not that kind of game. It's releasing one set a year, so the hype engine, if it manages to release one set a year, the hype engine is still going to be kind of low. And, you know, even if it does that, you know, it's just like, where does it go, right? Where does it go at one set a year? Where does it go in an environment? Let's play against the Emperor again. I liked playing against the Emperor before. I have to go first this time. Like, just where does it go, right? Where does it go if it's... let's play Tunic, and then let's play Oasis Respites. Not play Erase Face. Not play Remorseless. No, we want Remorseless. Let's cut red on the ledger. I have 41 cards, dude. Okay, well, whatever. It's not going to make a difference. So we load, pitch that, load red on the ledger. Choose a card. And then we opt. Oh, we can't opt. Yeah, because it needs to be face down. Okay. Do we just fire this, or do we just play this, and then we have our card at Arsenal? I kind of just want to play this, actually. Yeah, that's my pitch. Oh, I still have pitch left over. Oh, that's fine. I might play this anyway, just to get it out of my hand. Can I fail to find a target? Why is Talishar letting me do that? I think I can. Let's just get rid of that. He blocks. Not a big deal. I should have just fired red in the ledger. Interesting. He's playing Tome of Imperial Flame. I really thought that was just a... I guess it's not just a draw by card. Like, you are royal by default, so you may as well. You get 2 pitch for free. You're not sacrificing anything as you would be in, like, Fi to play it, so I guess there's no real drawback. Tome, secretly a buff for the Emperor and Blitz. Who would have thought? This project is paying off already, giving me those other views. I have to say, I really don't like the Emperor. Like, I think there's too many keywords. And also, like, I like really restrictive deck building, but this feels like it's a waste of an opportunity on that one. I don't like the fact that it just searches for Command and Conquer. I feel like that's a bit something. It's a bit something I don't like. And we're going to put this in Arsenal. So let's block with this. I might just fire this next turn. I was kind of hoping to draw a buff. Or do I... Oh. Am I in another Talishar lobby? I should not be in another Talishar lobby. Okay. I don't think I could be in 2 lobbies at the same time. Command and Conquer. I don't really care if my Arsenal goes, though. It's just whether or not I want to block or do something else. I don't really want to take tons of damage, though. That's the problem. Then again, I have a choice, basically, of sending my entire hand to block this, and then I can't play red in the ledger. I think we just keep my health up. Right, make him think my Arsenal's really juicy. Well, he knows what's in it, so it's not really a big deal. Yeah, I don't know. That feels like all right. Yeah. And on my turn, I'm just going to pass, draw up. Now he deals an obscene amount of arcane damage. Okay, he doesn't. That's good. We good. I do have Arcane Barrier in this build. I have 3 Arcane Barrier here, so it's not actually terrible. It's kind of tempting to block. I think I block with this. Like, what am I doing on my turn? I'm playing red on the ledger. I'm going to give it... I'm going to play this. I'm going to opt. And then I'm either playing red in the ledger or I'm playing whatever's on the top card of my deck. Right? That means maybe taking some damage to get there. I don't mind this deck. Like, this is super aggressive. I actually really like it. I really like it. Because I haven't been able to counter that aggression. And, like, if I get too low, he can just... Let's just block for 2. If I get too low, he can just, like, send me with arcane damage. So, actually, I might be in a bit of a rough spot because I didn't go off early enough. Let's read the glide path. See what's on the top of my deck. Obviously, if it's another arrow, preferably with an on-hit effect. Okay, that's good. So then we can trigger Azalea. And then I have Remorseless. So that is good. And what does having an aim counter get me? I don't think it gets me anything. No. Cool. And then I can put this in Arsenal, and then next turn I can do lots of things. Okay, so let's just go Remorseless then. Sorry, cancel. Let's trigger Tunic. And then let's go Remorseless. Come in for 8. If this hits, potential for a lot of life loss, which is good. Just slowing down his next turn since he seems to be playing a lot of Go Again. Okay, well, he took that all, so clearly I'm dead or something. I don't know. We'll see. Life for a life? Sure. I have an arrow here, so let's just block with that. Flamescale Furnace into a Swell Tidings. Choose an amount to pitch to block for arcane damage. My next turn is going to be flip this up, opt twice. Probably Azalea, so I need Seek and Destroy and read the glide path. But I also need a resource, so let's just say none. And then maybe he can kill me next turn. I mean, we don't really know, do we? So that on the top, and then that. Top, and then trigger Azalea. I think the issue here is that, like, I don't have one to pay, so no. Well, basically, if he has Arcane, I die. And if he doesn't, then I win, which is kind of how it came down the last time I played against the Emperor as well. So, for good or bad, kill me or don't. Okay, well, you could have just done that when I opted. I hate people with instant abilities who are like, oh, I'll just wait. Like, you know, oh, let's just wait until you you do that. All right, okay. Some Chad with Emperor is just taking names on stream. That's all right. I think that is the end of this test stream. So thank you to myself and the one other viewer who joined in. It is appreciated. This will get more views as it's live, because the name catches all my American audience who aren't necessarily online now, but they have watched it, and the other one has gotten quite a few views. So if you are watching this later on, do not be afraid if you cannot watch this live. This season is going to go on for a while. I think I kind of predicted that if I play for an hour, I'll probably get about 3 to 4 games in every week. And assuming heroes start making it beyond 1 to 2 games, you know, this series could go on for quite a while. So that's kind of like just my plan for streaming. Obviously, I have other content I do as well, but that's kind of just my plan for streaming. Anyway, so thank you for joining me. Short stream today just to get everything set up and make sure I'm happy with the quality and things like that. And then next week, come back at 7 p.m. UK time when we will be doing a stream. I always say weather permitting, just because, like, it's always going to be weather permitting with me. Like, there's always work stuff that comes up and things like that take precedence over streaming. I would love to do this full time, but that's not realistic with Fab or realistic with my lifestyle. Though I do play other games as well, so you never really know. All right, thank you everyone, and I will see you soon.